Derek, what is the mission of Accent Computer Solutions, and what services does it offer to its clients?
Accent Computer Solutions is what we call a managed service provider, and our mission is to reduce the risk and cost associated with IT for small to medium-sized businesses. One thing I could say is just another little bit about what differentiates us between the others. There's kind of two parts to that. The one, so how is Accent different from the other competitor out there? One is that we're full service, right? So we can go all the way from the ground level, meaning put the cable in the building with the jacks on the wall and plug in the patch cables into the workstations, to providing the workstations, to providing the servers, providing the firewalls, to managing it all, including the telephone system, and also monitoring and giving the 24/7 support with an unlimited help desk support kind of a scenario. So it's a full service IT thing. The other thing that really differentiates us from our competitors is that we have that level of organization already established. It makes it kind of, we talked about barriers to entry, that we have that level of organization set up where we have level 1 engineers that do our desktop support. We have a level 2 group of engineers that do our network support, both remote and on-site, and we have a level 3 set of engineers that the buck stops with them.
Earlier in our discussions, you'd mentioned ConnectWise and how you use it as a planning software. How does the company benefit from using a program like ConnectWise?
Just to clarify, ConnectWise is it's called a PSA tool, so it's a professional services automation tool, and it really, putting a tool like that in place, transformed our business. In the past, we were working off of work orders and service tickets that were actually handwritten, going from that paper, bound handwritten notes all the way to now we're entering time on a real-time basis. We can bill immediately if we need to. We have a knowledge base now so that we can reference things that have been completed and fixed in the past, go back and we now have our knowledge base so we can repeat the fixes. We have a ticketing system. We have a way that we can actually not only track our services, but what's being done for each customer and what's the cost for each customer. It also has a CRM section so that we can use it for our marketing and customer relationship management as well.
Briefly give us the kind of 30,000-foot overview of what's involved in the project management process, from an initial agreement through implementation and customer support.
When a project's signed, each project has a deposit schedule, and that's always kind of the kicker. So when you get that's kind of the trigger as to when the project's going to get done. But when the project gets signed, it gets brought back, and the admin team will, in ConnectWise, set up a project, and then immediately assign the main resource, which we call a level 3 engineer, to project manage and set up that project. At the same time, admin is sending out a deposit invoice, and until they receive that deposit, no hardware is ordered. So once that deposit invoice is sent out, the project is set up, we're ready to go, and then once we get the deposit, we'll order the materials, and at that point, admin is talking with the dispatch team and the level 3 so that when we receive the materials or the hardware, now we're ready to schedule, install, and go from there. So once we get the notification with ETAs of hardware, admin team updates dispatch. The level 3 engineer, who works as our project manager, coordinates with dispatch to secure their resources for that project. Once we start installing, we collect additional deposits, progress through the project. If there are any change orders or project modifications, then those get processed at the same time. And then there's changes made with admin there. But at that point, admin's really out of the project, and it's up to the level 3 and the project manager and dispatch to get that project done.